I mean, if you'd have told me in 2004 that 18 years from now, you're gonna write a song, you're gonna do a dance on a social platform with your 13-year-old daughter, and it's gonna be a global thing, you know, like the world.
38 million views.
Yeah, if you'd have said that, I'd be like, I think you got the wrong dude. Like, I don't even know how to dance. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm Rich Roll, endurance athlete turned wellness advocate. I'm breaking out of the studio to meet up with some extraordinary humans with one thing in common. They have no plans to slow down. We'll dive deep and find out what it takes, physically, mentally, and financially, to keep doing the things we love. Today, I'm meeting up with rising country music star, Walker Hayes. Walker.
What up? There he is.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Hooping.
Yeah,
Let's see
you
what
got
you
me
got.
in my weak sport, my friend.
Come on. I mean,
Oh,
you're not
see?
that bad.
Well, there we
Let's
go. Why basketball? What is it about basketball?
Honestly, that was my first dream. I mean, was let's go to the NBA. But I stopped growing, and you know, so did my athleticism.
How old were you when you decided, like, oh, music is the thing I'm going to put my energy into?
What happened was, when my wife and I were engaged, my dad heard me messing around on guitar at home, and he said, you need to do that at a bar in Mobile. And he signed me up against my wishes.
That wasn't your idea?
No. I was scared. I never would have gotten in front of people and done that. And he honestly basically forced me. I did it on a Friday night, and it changed my absolute course of life forever. And that was I was 22. Yeah, I played this gig. There was a woman named Trudy. She was the bar manager. When I finished each song, she would clap to let the you know, because no one else was even listening. And but I left that night with a different path, just a different appreciation for music. And I called my fiance at the time and said, Lainey, what about moving to Nashville? There it is.
When I was a kid, you're either an artist or you're an athlete.
Yeah.
The world's very different right now. Like, you are that kind of hybrid artist-athlete. How has what you've learned through sport and fitness informed your career as an artist and as a creative, and like vice versa?
Man, the work ethics are so related. I mean, they're the same. Say you want to be a basketball player, you better be dribbling a ball all day. You want to be a session guitar player, you kind of need to have a guitar in your hand most of your life, where you're just so comfortable, it's second nature. You're never done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's liquid your whole life. You never master it. You know, it's
always a teacher.
Yeah.
Now your life is very complicated.
Yeah.
You're touring, you're all over the place, and you want to be well, you like basketball, you like being fit. Like, how do you fit that in or prioritize that?
My show is just trying to grab that crowd. I mean, it's very physical. I'm moving all the time. And I've always been just a very, like, listen to your body type of guy. And my body says nicer things after an active day. We have a fitness rig, like we got a bench, a pull-up bar with a squat rack and weights, plyometric like boxes to jump on. Yeah, we keep it in the trailer. My whole band joins me. I mean, we get out there, crank music up, and go crazy. And then if there's a basketball gym or a high school nearby where they'll let us in, we go.
Busting all these rock star myths.
Oh yeah, no.
The lifestyle.
We're not partying, man. We stay healthy.
There's this idea with respect to success that you can arrive, and when you arrive, all your problems will be solved, right? And like, by every metric, like, you have succeeded. So what is your own emotional relationship to your success?
Did it fix anything? Mm-hmm. No, not really. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm the same dad, same husband. I always tell people chasing dreams, if it has to do with you maybe waking up one day and saying, if I can get this, that guy in the mirror, I'm gonna like that. Yeah, not gonna happen.
Yeah. Now you live this really large life, right?
Yeah.
You're responsible for a lot of people's lives, not just your family and all your children, but a lot of, team members and employees, and their livelihoods kind of rely upon you doing what you do. How do you not have freakouts? Like, because I would imagine it's overwhelming at times, I guess is what I'm saying.
That's not a bad pressure, to wake up and not be thinking about me, because I have a tendency to do that, but if I wake up and I think, man, I want to go on this festival, so Luke and Mark and Nick, we can have work, like we can provide for our families, have fun, another summer together. I don't mind that pressure. I see it as a blessing. I know the alternative.
Yeah.
I remember stocking shelves and it was just my kids and my wife. That was it.
Yeah.
Might change the oil of my truck. I ain't paying no $35. Kids need shoes. Mama needs Levi's.
What catches your eye?
The nylons, man.
Yeah.
Classicals are easier to play as well, or I think they are.
When you walk into a place like this and you see all of these guitars, do you think like, oh, now I could buy the guitar I want? Whereas like maybe a few years ago, like you could just kind of dream about that, right?
Yeah. Man, as a matter of fact, most of my career we were selling, guitars to get by. I mean, there were some special ones that I wish I could get back that were maybe gifts, but yeah, I sold a couple Strats to pay the bills. So now, it's a different attitude, when I walk into a guitar shop nowadays.
But it's been kind of a dizzying last couple of years. I mean, it wasn't so many years ago when you were working to pay the bills so that you could kind of fund your dream, which is becoming this singer-songwriter. And I think people look back on that or maybe have a narrative around like that part of your life and think, like, oh my goodness, like he gave up on his dream and worked it. But actually it was like a really smart decision. You're like, I have this predictable source of income so I can continue to pursue my dream.
Right. I didn't really have a choice. I didn't think about it. What you just said was so smart. In the middle of all of it, I'm just thinking my kids need to eat. My wife is pregnant. We need insurance, that I'm unable to afford. So I have to go get some security, financially. But at the same time, that job, I worked from 4 a.m. till about 10:30, and I still could write daily, but I didn't really have a choice.
Right.
Lainey was super supportive of my dream. Not one time did she ever say, hey, do you ever think about setting that aside? And doing a normal job, or anything like that. She was always okay,
That's
with us.
huge.
Wildly. I mean, we moved to Nashville in 2004, and no real substantial income came from music until 2017, 18.
Then you have the moment with the viral hit on TikTok, everything changes. And so 4 years later, like you're in a very different place with your life.
It's funny, my oldest kids, they were so used to going to a store, picking up a toy.
They lived through it.
And saying, bye toy, and putting it back. And then my younger children, they're not, they're not used to that. And I'm like, I mean, my wife and I never thought about money because we didn't have any. And then all of a sudden when we did, it was like, wait, you're gonna spend that on that?
Do you feel like you're successful beyond what you ever imagined? Or did you have in your mind, like, I knew one day, like I would be in this place?
If I didn't have to sell a guitar, life was good, And then I started thinking about my kids, futures, like, what I gotta pay for later, like, okay, hey, raise your hand if you want a really nice wedding, raise, like, can we talk about college now? I'm talking about 8-year-old.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Like, what do you, what do I need
you can't put it on him, though. That's for you to,
here's the deal is an artist career is, you just never know. I mean, when you get it and it's coming, you got to take care of it and you got to be smart with it because, it's really uncontrollable.
Yeah, and if it goes away or something happens, you need to make sure that you've cast your gaze into the future enough so that you're taken care of and your kids are taken care of.
Absolutely.
How did you seek out like counsel so that you're making like really good financial decisions for the money you want to spend now and for putting money away for the future?
Honestly, the key word is trust. I mean, especially for me and my wife, and thank goodness we have people we can trust, and I hand them those problems and I can continue to create. Part of that balance is how I plan to keep on, being able to do what I do, is allow people I trust who have that skill set. That is not mine. Balancing a checkbook, again, thinking long-term, planning. I'm not sure what next Thursday looks like. My financial team sees numbers from 30,000 feet away, and I see them right here.
You're on an allowance.
100%.
Yeah.
And then the time and energy just that it takes for my brain to even worry about those things takes away from my gift and desires.
So you have a trusted financial professional who is helping you make all those decisions.
Yes. Like if I want to take this guitar, I got a budget, and I gotta go, hey Julie. And you know what? Just making that call makes me just put it back.
Well, it's about like recognizing your strengths and not necessarily recognizing your weaknesses, but understanding your blind spots and having like the humility to understand, like, I need guidance here. I need to like find people I can trust.
They take care of it all. The touring, my kids' futures, our budget, my allowance.
You don't have to make those decisions based on fear because you're not sure, like you're gonna be.
I make them based on, if I wanna be at my son's practice, I can say no to a substantial career opportunity because it's priceless. You have kids, that's priceless. Doing something with my son, being there for his game, taking a bus out on the road. That's not the cheapest thing I've ever done, but it's well worth it.
How do you think about like your relationship with your audience and making sure that you can kind of share your gifts with as many people as possible?
One thing I said to my crowd every night was that I hope tonight was worth whatever you paid to get in, because I know it's not cheap, and I see a lot of you in my t-shirts, and I want you to know that is amazing to me.
And now the challenge is facing the hardship of having to write songs about how good your life is rather than how hard it is.
Some days are the best days. Some days are she said yes days. That is literally in the same key of the song. Come on back home, tired and hungry, to your loving. Can't fall asleep till our feet are touching. If tomorrow ain't nothing new, I'm just glad I get to do just another Wednesday with you. Yes.
Thank you, brother.
Come on.
That was great.
Good times,
Appreciate it,
man.
man. Thanks for hanging out.
Back out there.
My day with Walker Hayes was so eye-opening. Such an incredibly kind and humble person. Hearing his story reinforced for me the value of enjoying the present moment and the importance of trust and support to help us all reach our goals.